What's up, Bethel kids? Welcome to Bethel Kids Online for the month of November. Happy fall, right? So today we start a new series called Upcycle. Do you guys know what upcycle means? I had to look it up. So let me read you the definition. To upcycle is to reuse in such a way as to create a product of higher quality or value than the original. Amazing, right? So I found this toilet paper tube and I was like, I wonder if I could upcycle this toilet paper tube. Have you guys seen one of these before? Yeah, we all have, right? And I'm gonna make it a higher quality. Okay, so let's have a fun time of crafts. So my final project is gonna be this cute little octopus, okay? So you're gonna come along with me as I make this octopus. So first, I'm gonna decorate my toilet paper tube with some nice duct tape. Oh yes. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be a pretty blue octopus. Okay, so we did that. And now we're gonna make some legs. Okay. How many legs does an octopus have? Do you guys know? 8? Good job. Let's see if I can make 8 legs. Okay. There's my little octopus legs. Guys, upcycling this is pretty cool. Okay, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Now, we need some eyeballs. So, I'm gonna put some eyeballs on this little guy. Oh yes. I love Googly Eyes. It's like the best invention ever. You don't have to draw eyes. Oh, see if my glue. Isn't he looking pretty cute? Okay, now he needs a mouth, right? Okay. Oh, I'm a little shaky. Okay. A little mouth. And now we're gonna decorate his legs. All right, looking like a cool octopus, right? And now we are going to put 2 holes in it and make it something I can carry. Okay, now we have our little octopus. So I challenge you guys to look around your house and find something that you can upcycle. But throughout our Bible stories and our lessons today, we're gonna see how upcycle deals with our lives and what we can learn from the Bible. So stay tuned to what's next. Welcome to Bethel Bible News. I'm Edna, and I got some important information to tell you today. So, there once was a man named Paul, and he traveled around and built churches all over. And we see that sometimes it was hard to stay in contact with these new believers, these new churches that he came in contact with. And you and me both know in them old days, travel was hard. They didn't have cars. That's crazy. But also just to stay in communication was hard too, because they didn't have smartphones, they didn't have computers, they didn't even have social media. So crazy to think about. Do you guys know what they did to stay in contact with people though? They wrote letters. And sometimes these letters would take weeks to get to the people. So whenever Paul wrote these letters, he was very clear in what he wanted to say. And in fact, one day he wrote a letter to the church in Philippi. Oh, and actually, kids, we have that letter with us today. It's in our Bibles. It's called Philippians. So we're going to actually look at a passage that he wrote in this letter, and we're going to apply it to our lives today. So if you'd flip with me to Philippians chapter 4, verse 11 through 13, we'll read that. It says, "I am not saying this because I'm in need, for I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all this through him who gives me strength." Wow, what a good encouragement, right? So although this letter was written to the church of Philippi, it's also for us as believers in Jesus. So Paul wanted us to know that in every situation, in every circumstance, God is there to help us, and we can be content in all of our situations. So it is promised that we'll go through hard things, just like Paul. He ended up in prison. He almost was killed multiple times. We'll go through things that are hard in our lives too. And I bet some of you guys go through that right now. Maybe your parents are fighting at home. Maybe people at school make fun of you. Maybe people tease you about believing in Jesus, or you feel alone. I get some of those too, and that's something that God says we're gonna walk through. But in all of those moments, he says that he'll be with us and he will help us. And we can be content in that. So I want you guys, throughout this week, whenever you're feeling bad, to remind yourself that God is with you and you can be content in whatever you're facing. And this just in, that's our bottom line, guys. God can help you be content. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next month.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how he created us and loves us so much that he made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story inspired by the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verses 11 through 13.
We live in a time where it's really easy to communicate. In 2 seconds, I can send a text to a friend in another state or hop on a FaceTime call with my dear auntie on the other side of the world. But when the Apostle Paul was planting brand new churches, it was not a simple matter for him to stay in touch with the new believers in places he had traveled. Every letter had to be carefully handwritten and then hand-delivered. Plus, travel was often difficult and dangerous. It would take weeks, if not months, for a letter to even arrive. So whenever Paul wrote a letter, he chose the very most important things to say. Every word mattered, including these verses he wrote to the believers at the church in Philippi.
I have learned to be content no matter what happens to me. I know what it's like not to have what I need. I also know what it's like to have more than I need. I have learned the secret of being content no matter what happens. I am content whether I'm well-fed or hungry. I am content whether I have more than enough or not enough. I can do all this by the power of Christ. He gives me strength.
See, Paul wanted the Philippians and us to understand that God can help us be okay in any situation, no matter what we face. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, yeah, that's easy for Paul to say. And that was true. To start off, he was a well-to-do, well-known, respected religious leader with a lot of power. But when Paul met Jesus,
Why are you opposing me?
Who are you, Lord?
everything changed. Paul's new outspoken beliefs upset both the Jewish leaders who had been his friends and the Greek and Roman leaders who were afraid Paul would cause trouble. Paul himself recorded some of the crazy situations he experienced during his travels. In a letter to the Corinthians, he explained,
I have been in prison. I have suffered terrible beatings. Again and again, I almost died. 3 times, I was shipwrecked. I have been in danger from rivers and robbers. I have been in danger from my fellow Jews and in danger from Gentiles. I have been in danger in the city, in the country, and at sea. I have been in danger from people who pretended they were believers. Often, I have gone without sleep. I have been hungry and thirsty.
Now, Paul truly understood what it was like to face difficult situations of every kind. In fact, when he wrote his words to the Philippians about contentment, he was under arrest and couldn't even leave the house. Now, your story is different from Paul's. If you were to tell a trusted friend what you were going through, it might sound something like this.
I've had to wear my same sneakers, even when my friend got a new pair.
I've had to live one place during the week and another on the weekend.
I've had to settle for a movie night even though I wanted a sleepover instead.
I've had to live with a cast on my arm for 2 months.
I've had to sit alone at the lunch table. I've had to miss summer camp because Dad took a job that didn't pay as much.
I've had to eat meatloaf at home when I wanted to eat out.
God knows your story. He knows all the ups and downs you face. He knows what you have and what you don't have. But no matter what happens, God loves you. He's given his only son, Jesus, to make a way to live with him forever. He's provided everything you need to choose contentment. As Paul reminds us, I have learned to be content no matter what happens to me. I am content whether I have more than enough or not enough. I can do all this by the power of Christ. He gives me strength.
Hey kids! So, our series this month is called Upcycle. And what sounds like upcycle? Bicycle. So I have a bicycle race for you, and I got some friends with me. So we got Bike Nano, and we got Snooker Bike. And they're gonna go head to head in a couple races. And do you guys think he's gonna win? Or him? We'll find out. So let's get them dressed up and ready for the race.
Are you ready to lose? I'm gonna bike all over you.
No way, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
Blue bikers are always losers. But I'm getting an accident because I already popped the bubbles. Oh, my nice sweatshirt. You need some elbow protection. Thanks for your concern. Yeah, just gonna make sure you don't get hurt. I'm gonna go so fast, I need 2 layers of armor. I've gotta protect myself from the wind of my speed. There you are, folks.
All right, so the rules of this race is they have to go on the outside of these cones that you're gonna see in a little bit. And it's just first one to the finish line. So we're gonna see who wins. So are you boys ready?
Yeah!
On your marks, get set, go!
Oh, I can't even get my foot on top of the pedal.
Come back here!
I'm not even gonna put my foot. Oh, okay.
Ah! Shift into gear, baby!
Heck no! I'm gonna win.
Run!
Oh,
Super
but I'm
slide!
not
Whoa! Super slide fail! Are we going around the cones?
Heck no!
Ah! Woo!
All right, kids, that was too close of a race. And we have some more bikes that I think they should race on to make sure we have the true winner. So boys, here's your new bikes.
Oh no.
It's Corbin sized. I mean, bike needs the bike size.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Here we
so
go.
we're gonna race the lap again, and we're gonna see
The lap?
the real champion.
I don't know if we can do the lap.
Okay, you boys ready?
Watch me.
I can do this.
Wait, are we doing the same thing as last time?
Yes. You listen to my instructions.
Nope.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go!
I gotta make some speed!
Rode it the whole time. Look, he even broke it. I'm a winner. Orange team. Always pick the orange team. Bikes were orange, that's why I won, he lost. And always have safety protection. That's why he lost. No safety protection.
Hey kids, guess what? I found a new friend. His name is Rusty. I found him in Sturgis under a whole foot of snow. That's crazy. You want to meet him? Come, Rusty. Oh, Rusty's here, and I'm gonna teach him and all of you the memory verse.
Memory verse.
Yeah. You ready, Rusty?
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna start up. Then he said.
Then he said.
To them.
To them.
Watch out.
Watch out.
Watch out with your eyes. And be on your guard.
Be on your guard.
Against wanting to have more and more things.
Against wanting to have more and more things.
Great job, Rusty. And life is not made up of.
Life is not made up of.
How much a person has.
How much a person has.
You gotta point to your shoes because you have shoes, right? Maybe? I don't know. But
They better have shoes.
Ooh. Okay, so this is found in Luke.
Luke.
12:15.
12:15.
Perfect. Rusty, do you have this memorized?
I've got it memorized.
Oh, are you sure?
I have it memorized.
I think they need one more time.
They need one more time.
Okay.
Here we go.
One more time, kids. Okay, then he said.
Then he said.
To them.
To them.
Watch out.
Watch out.
Be on your guard.
Be on your guard.
Good job. Against wanting to have more and more things.
Against wanting to have more and more things.
Because life is not made up of.
Life is not made up of.
How much a person has.
How much a person has.
Your shoes, yeah. Okay, Luke.
Luke.
12:15.
12:15.
Wow, great job, Rusty. Thanks so much for coming, joining us and the kids. We'll see you guys next month. And you know, oh dear.
Oh, that can't do that though. This seat's a little too tall.
Ready,
I don't know how this is gonna come out of my mouth exactly, but you know.
Honey, you make your video.
Oh my gosh.
Mind your own business.
What are you doing over there? Okay. And I have my friends. This is Bicano. Wow, that was cool. And then this is Nutra.
That's good. We'll just stick with that one.
I like that. I like the Nutra.
Since my brakes don't work anyway, might as well just throw it on top of the brakes. Maybe it'll put some action in them. Okay, I'm ready. My tire, that's all I... Heck no.
All right, kids. You guys are ready and dressed and no, okay.
All right, well, I would hope I'm dressed. Hey, do we have tape? This helmet's gonna fall off, I can tell. Oh, you can't even stay on.